Occupy Wall Street protests are spreading across the country, even to Chattanooga.
And what do students say about the pros and cons of taking classes at Chattanooga State?
These stories and more on Today at ChattState.
Hi, I'm Morgan Weskey.
And I'm Edwina Calloway. How are you doing this week, Morgan?
I'm doing good. Had my cup of coffee this morning and made it to class on time.
Great.
Occupy Wall Street protests are still going in New York and in many major cities. On Tuesday, about 700 people were arrested for blocking part of Brooklyn Bridge. A public park in the financial district is home base for the protesters who are upset at America's financial system. Susan Candiata takes us inside the heart of the operation.
As we enter week 3 of this protest, groups are still trying to organize in many different ways. One of them involves how do you feed all these people in the middle of a public park? So they have set up for days now a food line. Some businesses donating food, other people who live in the area bringing fresh food, and they've got drinks as well. Where does the garbage go? We've seen some canisters are putting together scraps of food they're collecting, presumably for compost, for example. But you also see people playing music around here with guitars and bongos. And over in this section, let's see, they have what they call, what pops up, people assemblies. And they just collect in different groups and figure out what they're going to do or talk about different subjects, you name it. Who makes up the group of people here? It could be students, it could be people who are working, it could be people who are out of work looking for work. Ran into some people whose homes were foreclosed. All of them trying to formulate a formal goal. It's not quite there yet, they say, but they're content to wait around and see whether it gels. A big protest is planned for midweek, where some people here say there could be as many as 20,000 people for a march on City Hall. Susan Candiati, CNN, New York.
Chattanoogans are getting involved in the Occupy Wall Street movement. According to their Facebook page, Occupy Chattanooga has over 400 members and will be meeting on Friday, October 7th at Miller Park in downtown Chattanooga. It will be interesting to see how big this gets locally. Do you plan on going?
I wasn't at first, but now that you said something, I think I might look into it. Have you ever been bullied?
Well, actually, I was bullied maybe a little bit in middle school and high school, but I think I came out all right.
Well, an 11-year-old girl from Nashville is the forefront of a national campaign to raise awareness about bullying. As Ton Dunn reports, she's using her voice to make an impact.
I'm not just a pretty face. I've got something more to say.
11-year-old Tristan McIntosh is a 6th grader at Good Pasture Christian Academy. She is lending her voice to a national campaign to help make a statement against bullying.
Well, bullying isn't right, and it's mean. No one wants to be bullied.
Tristan's song, You Can't Take That Away From Me, was selected by the National Bullying Prevention Center to help them raise awareness about the issue.
And our song just happened to be one of those kinds of songs that just fit their message, and so we were like, yeah, you know, let's join up on this thing. And
composer and songwriter Tim Akers co-wrote the song,
and it kind of resonated with me. I have a son who is handicapped. He has cerebral palsy, and I've seen him struggle over the years with difficulties in that and kids being cruel to him, and so it just kind of struck a chord with me.
The National Bullying Prevention Center wants kids and schools all across the country to take part in Unity Dance Day on October 26.
We have like a flash mob style dance video that's out that all the kids can download across the country, and they can learn these dance moves to this song, and hopefully everybody will dance along and it'll raise awareness.
I'll be anything I want to be. You can't take that away from me.
Well, if you didn't know, October is National Bullying Prevention Month.
Do you have one of those tablet computers?
No, but I want one. But it's kind of expensive, don't you think?
Yeah, just a little bit expensive. Well, in India, you can get the latest tablet for about $50. Sarah Seidner gives us a look.
Now, computers are getting cheaper and cheaper, but this is crazy cheap. India's Ministry of Education has announced it has come up with the world's cheapest computer. And this is it. Now we got a sneak peek at this little gadget here. It's about 7 inches, so it's smaller than an iPad. It has 2 USB ports here. It also has an HD screen, so you can watch videos, for example. What the ministry has done, because obviously it's the education ministry, it has uploaded some applications in here so that you can actually watch, for example, a lecture. Now this is a lecture from one of India's very prestigious schools, one of their IITs, and so students can use it for all sorts of things. Basically anything that you can do on a computer, typing your notes, sending an email, you can do on this little gadget. The HD screen is nice because you can again watch different things, including movies, if you so like, on this computer. One of the things with this is that basically you have to have Wi-Fi in order for it to get a signal, in order for you to be able to get online. So that's one thing that people might have a bit of an issue with. The other thing is that some of the touchscreen technology is a little bit difficult. You have to be a bit forceful to try and make it work. It's not as sensitive, for example, as an iPad. However, we're talking about a device that does just about everything you can imagine a computer does, except for the fact that it's only about $50. So a lot more people could afford this. Now initially the ministry says that it will be handed out to students, given as a textbook would be given. So this will be something that students can access and have a hold of, especially if they don't have much of an access, for example, in their dorm rooms to computers. They will now have one that can fit in their bag, for example. Eventually though, as you might imagine, with technology that is so inexpensive, you will imagine that private companies will pick this technology up and try to go out there and sell it. All in all, this is a pretty cool gadget, and it's a fraction of the cost of a smartphone, never mind a computer. Now the question is this: with such an inexpensive device, will it force other computer companies to start slashing their prices so that more and more people can have access to something like this? Sarah Seidner, CNN, New Delhi.
Wow, that makes me want to move to India. Well, thanks, Sarah. Up next, Salika Brewer went out to talk with students about the pros and the cons of taking classes at Chattanooga State. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Salika Brewer here at Chattanooga State, and today we're going to hear the students talk about some issues that they face here on campus.
I want to talk about parking, and this is why. There is never enough parking if you get here past, say, 9:30 in the morning. I don't know what you can do about it because I know there are a lot of other things that could make people angry.
ChattState, I'm gonna need for you guys to get some more parking spaces. We do not need to be walking all the way from down at River Park to make it to our class. It's like 5 minutes away. I'm tired of getting late.
I just wish that there was more parking. My biggest pet peeve is the fact that my math class has a tutor and not a teacher that's doing example problems on the board. I'm doing all the work myself.
How come you guys don't accept people that got food stamps? I don't have food stamps. I'm just saying, some of my friends have food stamps. And y'all's prices is out the way. I mean, what's going on, people? Okay?
And one of the issues that I'm having right now is I'm not getting my financial aid. I think it's because sort of like a lack of communication, but from my understanding they have received all my forms and everything, but I got an email Monday saying that it's still needed. So I've been up here several times and the issue has not been resolved. So once again, I will be here tomorrow morning trying to solve that issue.
We do also have students that like things about Chattanooga State, and here are a few things that they have to say.
What I like about ChattState is that we have so many computers accessible to all the students so we can do our homework and get a lot of work done, but also that each computer has headphones so we can listen to music while we're doing our homework.
But the good thing is I like the food. That food be banging.
And I like Chattanooga State because of the array of classes that you can take here.
And we are a few of the ChattState cheerleaders. We would just like to say that we love our landscape here at Chattanooga State. We get to run around it every day.
Go Tigers!
Go Tigers!
I love ChattState.
I'm Salika Brewer for Today at ChattState.
Wow, everybody seems to be having a problem with parking, do you?
Yeah, actually, I do have a problem finding parking every day but maybe we should get a bike to ride on campus.
It'll be really exercising.
Now here's a quick look at the weather. Here's Corey.
It looks great for the next few days, but on Sunday we'll go back to partly cloudy, then showers and cooler weather all next week. Back to you.
Wow, thanks, Corey. Well, that's it for today at Chat State. Be sure to check us out each week online and on Comcast Cable 30.
Have a great day.